Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Terumot Perek Dalet Mishnah Dalet. Over here in this Mishnah, I'm going to speak about a messenger who was appointed to separate Teruma. So now that he's appointed to separate Teruma, how much is he allowed to separate? Right? Is he allowed to go ahead and separate what he wants? Does it have to be what the owner of the field wants? So that's what we're going to discuss. A person tells his shaliach, tells his messenger, go ahead and separate Teruma. So now the shaliach, what does he do? He separates based on what the Baal Habayit wants. Whatever the Baal Habayit wanted him to separate, if it was 1/40th and he has a 40th, 50th, 50/60th, either whichever one the Baal Habayit wants, that's what he needs to do. Let's say he doesn't know what the owner wanted. Then he takes the average, right, the benonit, which is 1/50th. He separates 2% to Teruma. Let's say he adds, we calling it here asara, I'm calling it 10, right? But it's really the denominator adding 10, right? Or subtracting 10 or adding 10. So bihayt asara is he's going from the benonit, which is 1/50th. Instead, he gave less. So he gave 1/60th, right? Or hosif asara, right? He went from 1/50th to 1/40th. Right, so he added extra teruma. Now you have 2.5% instead of 2%. Teruma, this teruma still counts. Now, but if he intentionally added afilu ahat, even one, right? He went from 1/50th and he gave 1/49th. And teruma does not count, right? Because over here we only say it counts because in general he's supposed to give. When we did say it counts because in general he's supposed to give from an estimation, right? So you can say he estimated a little, more, a little less, that's fine. But the moment he has kavanah, he intentionally gives more than the Baal Habayit wants, then that wouldn't count. I would just point out, by the way, other mefarshim have a different explanation of pihayt asara or sif asara, right? They actually have it as the reverse. Teruma actually has it as the reverse. And Rambam knows pihayt asara is less. Right, so we went from 1/50th, and he gave 1/60th, right? Because that's less of an amount. Right, that's how Rambam explains it. Teruma actually has the two.